Okay, everybody, it's 1982 Bally 8 Ball Deluxe. This one's rough. Let me tell you, Brad Wilkerson brought this thing over to me today to get it working and possibly do some cabinet work. Not only fix the cabinet, but paint it and get this thing back up into like new condition. He had this thing in his garage for years. You should look at this thing because it's got a lot of mice stuff all over it, some pellets here and there. They made a nest in it. And not only did they do that, and you should see this thing, it is swollen up. It has a lot of MDF in the back of it. Check out the back of this box. She's busted pretty good back here. Just years of sitting in a garage. It's probably been out on a route and abused. You should look at the bottom of it. The bottom of the cabinet also is falling apart. And I'm gonna fix all that. I'll end up putting a new bottom in it, and I'll end up replacing these MDF parts in the back, and I'll put some of that 9-ply sanded plywood in the back. Give it some strength and give it some real wood. So anyway, let's take a look up inside the back box. I'm telling you, this thing is rough. The back glass, you can see, is kind of bubbly. Pull that out right quick. You can see it's got some flaking beginning on this thing. I'll open this back box door, and you can see in there, you can see some mice nesting material there. If you look close, you can see the wires. They chewed the insulation off of the wiring in this cabinet. But you know what the surprising thing is I went and pulled the harness apart and got all the wires separated. And then I checked down here behind the displays, and it had similar issues back there. There's a lot of mice stuff there as well. We're gonna pull this, put it over here, set that there for now. You look in here, you can see daylight out of the back of the box. There's a 1x been bolted in with some carriage bolts. You can see it's kind of a mess in here. It is. Bottom side of the playfield really don't look too bad. So I've got my fair share of cleaning to do. Look at the side of the cabinet right there. This thing is scroungy, ain't no doubt about it. But Brad really likes this machine. Him and his wife both really like this machine, and they want it fixed and they want it working. But check this out. I got it plugged in after I separated all them wires. I went and plugged it in. Let me turn it on. Check this out. After I got them wires separated, she booted up and actually worked. Yeah, unbelievable. And he said this thing has been sitting for years in his garage. So I went ahead and I pushed the, let's find the ball. Where'd the ball go? Is it over here? Did I leave the ball in it? Let's look inside there. Here's the ball right here. We'll drop the ball in it. Check this out. Now there's no sound because the pot right here on the door, that rascal is seized up. So I guarantee the sound can't get through to the speaker there. But we'll push the button. Check this out. You can actually play this thing. Flippers are working. Look at that. Pop bumpers are working. Yeah, everything, all the drop targets. Of course, you can feel the solenoid in the trough trying to pull, and you can get this thing to, yeah, okay, here we go. Yeah, that's what I was hoping for. Yeah, get out of there. Come on, get out of there. Yep, that's right. I can get it to pop just about everything. Just about. Here we go. Watch this. There it is. It kicked it out. So everything's working through the driver board. And then we'll drain the ball. There's a score. It's going to do it. Maybe, maybe not, huh? I gotta pop the ball out. Look, slingshots are working. Drop the ball. Knock the ball out. Doesn't look like them targets are resetting, does it? But this is a good sign, though. Everything, I can't believe, after all this time where it's been sitting and the shape it's in, that it's actually booting up and working. So I think Brad will be pleased to know that his machine's not a complete disaster. We had talked about replacing probably all the boards at some point. And of course, me reworking the cabinets, that's going to take quite a bit. But hey, we even won a free game. Look at that. Yeah. Well, anyway, we'll take another look around the cabinet here. And we're actually considering changing the colors, doing the 8 Ball Deluxe version with the gold and the beige and the black with these stencils. So probably looking at a couple months easy by the time I do my regular job and do this. Yeah, it's going to be a while on this one. But I think Brad's going to be tickled to find out that his machine actually boots up and works. So I'm going to probably get started on this thing in the next week or so, and at least get the playfield apart and figure out exactly what I'm going to need, and then get started on it. I'm kind of anxious to get busy now that I know that it's not a complete disaster. So hey, tune in because it's going to be a big one. Thanks.